Got time for coffee? I just set up two coffees, one for myself and one for you. Hey, good morning, good afternoon. This is Jan. Welcome to another episode of the Save Money and More with Jan channel. Want to continue to talk about some more money keeping tips. And yeah, oatmeal lately especially has become a new best friend. And I'll tell you why, because of the cost of box cereal. I mean, unless you really luck out and get it on sale, it could be from the sublime to the ridiculous. And a lot of them are heavily laden with sugar anyway. Just saying, this is a We Can Do It Wednesday. So let's pray that my audio video clip works on this We Can Do It Wednesday. Be right back. Well, lo and behold, write that one down. It actually worked. Just imagine the We Can Do It Wednesday clip worked on this Wednesday. Because why? We can do it. All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Let's talk about some more savings. Yeah, definitely saving money on the cereal arena is it's a big help, because if you sit down and add up, go around the websites. If you're not able to get to the store directly today, go around some of the websites and see some of the costs of box cereal, and you'll be like, huh? Just in case you haven't done so in the last little while there. There are two ways we can manage money. We can cut down on our expenses, or we can increase our income. Time and time again, I have mentioned, and by the way, how do you like your coffee, considering it was 25 cents? Oh, good. I'm glad. Time and time again, I get the response that people prefer to cut back. Nothing wrong, no judgment. Actually, to be honest with you, for so many reasons, let's just put it this way. For so many reasons, I do get it. I get the big IT on that one. I really, really do. But realistically, in some cases, okay, not all, many times people are it's just good enough just cutting back. And that's really, really cool. But in some special circumstances, it's like, you gotta increase your increase your income, increase your income. No, we don't want to increase our expenses, quite the opposite. In fact, we want to cut back on our expenses. Do you have a favorite hobby? Like something that brings you joy? Perhaps it's something that you create or crafted or produce. You could get into the business, make your own little business there of selling some of your crafting. And with this time of the year, where people are starting to sniff around a little more for, holiday gifts, even though it's just September that this is airing, people start sniffing around a little more, I say, from this point forward. There's a major channel with 3 letters, okay? And they start talking about Christmas sales at the last week of June. I kid you not, it's a very well-known channel. And, last week of June, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. But technically, we could buy Christmas or, holiday seasonal gifts any time of the year. If you get a good price on it, doesn't matter the calendar. And that's always a good tip to remember. Just saying. So let's get back down to the nitty gritty. Oh, you want a little more cream in that coffee? Yeah, there's the cream. Oh, what? Powdered creamer. What? You use that powdered stuff? Yes, I do. And I get a good price on it. I'm just saying. You're probably sitting there laughing. All right, so the oatmeal works. Save a lot of money. You don't have to get the one in the red box with that man with the long hair. No. All right. I got mine at a fractional cost than the one in the red canister. It's just as good. And I grew up with the one with the red canister with the man with the long hair. I'm just saying, just like everybody else here did. But it's like $2 less. Hello. $2 is $2. I'll take it. And that's what I'm trying to say. Be deliberate about savings. Like, for example, rice is rice. Salt is salt. Okay, so yeah, if I could get salt at a lesser cost than the name that everybody looks at. Oh, I know that box of salt. Oh, yeah, I know that picture. So cute. The little umbrella. Yeah, yeah. Or the other one that's yellow and red. Yeah, I know that one too. But if you get one with your store brand that's like a fraction of the cost, where am I going to go with it? Of course, the one with the store brand. Salt is salt. I think we're too picky. Honestly, I really, really think we've gotten like just too picky. Now, when I was a child, those brands were the only ones that were around. You really didn't have such a thing as store brand. I'm old enough to remember that. Yeah, I know. Don't let that cute little face in a circle fool you. I am indeed old enough to remember when certain companies literally monopolized the grocery stores. Certain names that you've known and loved your whole life. But back in my day, the big difference was they were the only ones. So they like literally, in my opinion, this is just Jan's opinion, it was kind of like a monopoly of some sorts. All right, let's get down to the nitty gritty of some more money saving tips. And one of them is try a store brand. Try a store brand, but don't buy a ton of it. Do not buy a ton of the store brand because if you didn't try it and you're not sure, you might love it and might say, oh, I should have bought more, but that's okay. At least you know for the future. Or you might buy too much of it and go, oh, I really, not a big fan, that kind of thing. All right, so that's one thing. Take the fear out of store brands. Please, please by now, let's do that because the prices aren't getting any better at this moment in time. And I don't care what song and dance I hear. You see where I'm going with that? I could hear song and dance letter A. I could hear song and dance letter B. But at the end of the day, when I'm in letter G, the grocery store, the prices are like, what? I have to go accordingly, and I have to use the brains that the good Lord gave me. And I know you will too. I know you will too. Don't overlook the possibility of overtime or a part-time position or a temporary job. Like sometimes, like for example, name and claim. Let's say a person on a low income seriously wants an emergency fund, okay? And they're happy enough to start off at the basic $2,000 emergency fund, okay? But yet, they're really, really struggling, but they want to hit that goal, for example. Why not consider a part-time temporary position? It's like you're not committed to it forever and ever and ever. You're literally your goal is to have that basic $2,000 emergency fund in a hurry. You could probably obtain that within 1 month. Yeah. Not bad. Not bad for a month of, little extra work. Or if you could find overtime in your existing job, so things don't change other than the clock, your schedule on the clock, okay? And maybe a little patience on your, family's end. And by the way, for folks that live in families where everybody can do their part pitching in, either by helping to cut back, helping with the chores around the house, making sure, for example, that we don't have to hire the lawn person, okay? And maybe, just maybe, I know this is a scary thought for some, maybe cutting down our own lawns. That's just an example. Excuse me. I mentioned the dog walking situation. I see a lot of people here in the city. They make a lot of money. I'm going to remind you again, walking dogs. If you like dogs and you're not walking somebody else's dog and making $20 per trip, you're foolish. You're foolish. If you love dogs, I'm serious. If you love dogs, have the patience, you could start your own little business. For example, I ever see those people that walk around with 3 or 4 dogs? And you say, wow, how do they do it? Well, God bless them, God keep them. But let's imagine that, I don't know if the price went up by now. Well, it's up to you. You design your own price. Go check out the prices you would charge. Let's say you charge $25 per dog per one walk. And let's say you walk that dog twice a day, $50 per dog. Times 3, $150 cash per day. I don't know. To me, that's a no-brainer if you love dogs. And you got a little flexibility. There's something food for thought. Walking dogs, pet sitting, cat sitting. How hard is it to watch a cat? Seriously? Really? Ay. There are ways and there are ways. I'm just saying. All right, so one could easily, when I say you, I don't mean you. I mean anyone listening. And it might be that one person that happens to be the you. So one could choose to go that route. Okay, figure out such a way. There is a way and there is a way. I'm just saying. So increasing income is a huge way. Cutting back. Oh, I know that's most of my viewers and listeners' favorite one, cutting back. It's interesting. It's interesting. All right. So cutting back is still a winner. Do you automate your savings? Why? Do you automate your savings? Have a certain amount of money taken out of your income source, okay, and then sent over to savings. I am a firm believer, okay, out of sight, out of mind. Why? Yes, out of sight, out of mind. Set a realistic number. Well, set a goal. What's your goal? Name it, claim it. What number do you want to ascertain? Figure out your realistically, let's say a person realistically can only take 100 out towards savings as opposed to 200, because remember, you're a low income person. The ones, this show is about lower income situations of saving. Say that in your realistic life that 200 would be way too much taken out to put into savings. I'm just saying. But 100 is manageable. Okay? $25 a week, for example. Just start small. Get a feel for it. You could always readjust the number if you want to make it higher. Yeah. So there are a lot of interesting ways we could do that. But definitely automate savings is absolutely one of them, for sure and for true. When's the last time we had a workout of our frugal muscles? Yeah. Frugality muscles can get flaccid like any other muscle of our body. Although I don't literally have a muscle called frugal that I could, let's say take an x-ray of. No. There is no such thing. But in our mind's eye there is. What do I mean by frugal muscles? I mean, sometimes we get a little lazy. We don't consider frugality. Frugality is a huge part of being helping to save, making conscientious choices and deliberate choices for other goals. For example, wanting quality things versus quantity, or for show stuff. It's really a matter of choices, making better choices, not just for the immediate future, but for the long range future. That's really, I mean, there's so many more definitions of it. It's just crazy. But if you don't work out the frugality muscles, for example, if we don't distinguish a want, from a need, see where I'm going with this? The next, always, and I don't care if we hear it till ad nauseum, we have to live within our means. How's your coffee doing? Oh, yeah, it's getting cold. All right, I could heat up some more for you. Oh, my goodness gracious. Okay. Yeah. People like to, or not like to live within their means. Yeah. Well, let's put it this way. If one continues to not live within their means, well, it's going to come back to bite. It's going to come back to bite. Just worrying about how you feel right now and being immediately gratified to buy that expensive jacket as opposed to waiting. Even maybe just a month from now, the prices may jump down on that specific jacket. We have to exercise our frugal muscles. And sometimes it does require a little bit of patience, a little bit of intestinal fortitude, meaning guts. The guts enough to say, you know what? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait till this price comes down. I know some people who really, and I mean this, really exercise their frugal muscles, even down to certain food prices. They will wait till it comes down because they did their research, they did their due diligence, and they did their homework to know when the best times of the year to stock up and to save. Yeah. So working out the frugal muscles is really, really important. We have to put on our hiking boots and run from some stuff. What are you talking about, Jen? Avoid debt. Avoid debt at all costs. I mean, stay away from it. Run away from it. You don't want it. I'm not of the belief, oh, we've been hearing all those, experts. Good debt. I'm sorry. No such thing. That's my opinion. No such thing. Opinion, 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 not advice. Opinion. I have a bunch more of tips. I'm going to bring them back tomorrow. So it's already at 15 minutes. Wow, I didn't mean to go over this long. But there is one thing I require for you to do if you'd be so kind to do it. Hang on. So not only do we have to practice using our frugal muscles, we can practice taking the tip of one of our fingers and gently tapping down the like button. Let's do this. 1, 2, 3, light. Of course, the bird clock is going off at this hour. It's 6 o'clock in the morning when I'm recording this. Can you imagine I'm recording this in real time, sipping coffee? Really am sipping coffee. Doing this at 6 o'clock in the morning. Why? To avoid daytime interruptions. That's why. So that you get a good audio video. But if you haven't smashed down the like button, I would appreciate it if you do it right now. Have an amazing, fantastic day. Don't forget to come back tomorrow for some more tips.